Hey guys, welcome back to my humble channel, and today I have a little treat for you. This is Dehancer's newest baby, Dehancer Desktop, the first release, version 1.0.0, right? This has got released about a couple months ago, and I've been using it heavily, right, on essentially all of my photo ops that I've had within the past couple months. And today I'm just going to walk you through like my approach to it, give you my thoughts, and I cannot stress this enough, my unbiased opinion. Because while the folks over at Dehancer were kind enough to provide me a copy of this program for review, it is an unbiased review, okay? So I'll be giving my props as well as my cons of this program. So let's get into it. Let's click on this photo, for instance, right? So the first thing that I would like to hit on is if you are familiar with Dehancer's plugin for Resolve or Premiere Pro or any other video editing program that I guess they release it for, then you will be very familiar with this new program that you probably haven't even seen yet. Reason why I say that is because every single feature that they have in the video editing plugin, it's available here. All of it. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to zoom in there. I meant to scroll up. It's all available here. Besides, obviously, a couple of these settings at the top, right? But everything else remains the same in the exact same orientation. I love that. I was just learning how to like really level up my photo editing game, like my photo taking game and photo editing, like period. And then Dehancer comes along and releases this. The timing could not be more perfect, right? Now, I digress. So, if you ever use their plugin, it's just like that. Like, it just works, okay? You have everything. You have your film profile, film developer, film compression, expand. You have your halation and bloom. You have your film damage. You have all that, right? So, let's get into the pros of this program, right? If you have never used a photo editing program before in your life, and this is the first one that you download to just put your raw images into and to start editing, to try learning, it is very, very easy. It is very, very, very easy. Super easy. Okay? Now, while this is not a tutorial on how to use this program, just a review, right? If you check out my last video, which was essentially a walkthrough of how to color grade a couple shots that I had, you could easily pick up this program and do that to your photos, even though that's a video plugin and a video tutorial that I was doing. Okay? It really is that simple. It's very easy to pick up, very easy to learn. It's all very intuitive. As you can see, there are not like a lot of dials and buttons in front of me. Now, while this may look it's just a couple sliders, just left and right. Left and right and a drop down menu. That's it. That's really it. It doesn't get like much easier than that. There's no complex like S curves and all that you have to go through. None of that, right? Which I love. I love that. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Now, one of the other pros that I get into is, let's say you just booted this up, right? This is the raw photo, by the way. This is your raw photo. You just uploaded it to this program. You don't know what you're doing. You just go to the left here, the presets tab, click on the Dehancer tab. And as you can see, they have a lot of built-in presets. A lot of it. Like you can just click on one and export just like that if you would like to, right? Or click on one and just get to fiddling with the sliders on your right until you get to an image that you're okay with, right? So it's very easy to use, very super easy to get into. I would recommend it alone just for that. But where there's pros, there has to be like nothing is perfect. Okay, so one of my gripes of this program is there is no masking. You cannot mask, right? So if I just wanted to take her like make her super bright only, let's just say for speaking sake, why would I ever do that? I wouldn't, right? But if I wanted to make her super bright and make everything else in the background dark, I cannot do that. I would have to export this photo, to another program and then use the masking tools available in that program, right? That's one of my gripes about this, right? It really is. And I've had to do that for a couple of them because, okay, let me go to another photo where I've had to do that actually to show you. So like this one, right? This is the original, as you could see, before the editor applied, before it loads in, and this is the edited version, right? So as you could see with the edited version, my raw capture, I have some details in the highlights, right, that I would like to bring back, because who doesn't like to see clouds, right? Who doesn't like to see clouds, right? Granted, it was a little bit overcast, so it wasn't like, you know, like a blue sky, so I did adjust it to get some of that blue, right? But while I brought up the exposure of the image, I lost some of that detail in the highlights, right? And ideally, in like Lightroom, for instance, I would introduce a sky mask and just bring that down until I could see a bit more of the clouds and call that George. But in this program, I cannot do that, right? That's one of my gripes. There's no masking whatsoever. I hope that in a future update, they introduce the masking tools, right? And then the other thing too is I run into the same issue that I did with the video editing plugin, right? Where if you're working on a lot of images, as you can see here, it's pretty small, but this 5K project is close to 200 images, right? 200 images that I have to edit, okay? Now, while the editing itself is very easy, very simple, very straightforward, and you can just like right click, let's say all of the ones that are in like a similar location, I could just edit one, copy the edits, and then highlight multiple, right click, paste the edits. That's how simple it is. Just wait for it to load. That's how simple it is, right? But the thing is, well, when working with massive projects like this, my PC slows down. It just slows down. Literally, it slows down. And that is, I guess it's a drawback of the amount of stuff that goes on in this program at the same time. I run into the same thing when I'm editing videos, and I have a 3080 graphics card, 32 gigs of RAM, as well as a 3700 X, right? So while it's not like the best, it is still pretty beefy, right? And I run into like I have to wait for stuff to load. As you can see, some of these images haven't even, like, the edits have not loaded yet. All you're seeing is the raw files, right? I have to wait for it to load. As you can see, this one just popped in, this one just popped in, right? This one just popped in. That's the thing. Okay? But besides that, I think that this program is fantastic. I'm just gonna walk you guys through some of the photos that I edited using this program. I'll show you guys this one. These are like some of my favorite ones. These are the ones that the clients love the most. The people that run the 5K, they love these images. They couldn't believe that they weren't on a movie set when they saw them. I'm telling you, that's how good this program is. Like, if your shot composition and your camera settings are dialed in, if you're just locked in, the regular photo was already, it was good, right? I know it was good, but after I applied my edits, to me it is perfect. He looks like he's in a movie, right? And that is exactly the thing that I try to embody with everything that I put out, okay? Which is why I will love this company until the end of time. Like, this guy, if he ever sees this photo, he would want to like print it out and have it in his wallet. His grandkids could see it and ask him, "Were you ever in a movie, Grandpa?" You know, and that's the kind of thing that I could genuinely see happening with people that use programs made by Dehancer and just use their, like, you don't even have to edit exactly like I do. Just use a built-in preset and you achieve a look similar, right? A couple more actually. This is the raw. I asked these guys to just pause and point at the camera a little bit, and this is my edited version. Yeah, everybody just looks like a movie star, bro. This looks like a moment in time that you just can't see anywhere else, right? Like, like you just can't see anywhere else. If you were to see this, you'd assume, like, let's say you saw this in the wild, you'd assume, all right, what movie is this from? Why can't I watch this? Someone tells you it's just some photos. You're like, there's no way. But yes, okay? And I'll show you guys one more. One more from one of the other projects that I did. This is the original one, right? I took off all my edits on this one. I'll just apply one of my pre-made presets. It's very easy. It's very simple that I did. I just pulled the sliders until I liked how it looked, and I saved my preset. Okay, nothing. It's a no-brainer. So this is the original. One click, bam, applied my preset. Now to me, the halation is a bit too much, right? As it stands right now, but I do love everything else. So I just go down into the halation slider and I'll just turn on the mask mode so you can see exactly how much it is. And as you can see, this is quite a lot. And I'll take down the impact just a bit until I like where it is, right? I think my approach is less is more. And I'll take it down a little bit more. It's still a bit too much for me, right? And I think I like it there. But this is also something that happens when you have, this is the thing I was talking about. It takes this long to get back to the actual bright image, because that's part of the slowing down that I'm talking about. So when you're working with so much images, it's even worse, right? Maybe it's just a me thing, I don't know, but I do expect it to get better, right? And this image is ready to go, ready to export out of a movie, essentially. Look at how perfect it looks, right? But yeah, so that is my review of this program, guys. Please grab it. I think the pros vastly outweigh the cons. Not to mention, there will be update after update to this program, because it is, as I said, their baby. They will be nurturing it, and I will be along for the ride. All right. Use my code in the description to get 10% off of your subscription to Dehancer Desktop and Dehancer plugin for Resolve or Premiere Pro or whatever else other DAW you use. Okay. Thank you for watching, guys, and stay frosty, I suppose. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay blessed.